What's going on, fellas? Welcome to this video. Today I am going to be talking about 5 daily morning habits that you can start doing literally tomorrow that are going to boost your testosterone levels. Now, if you're new here, my name is Richardson. I'm a personal trainer, a certified nutrition coach, and a chemical engineer. I make videos about ways that you can naturally increase your testosterone levels. Back in my early 20s, I had low testosterone levels and I was in bad health because I was fat and overweight and unhealthy. And then I started to turn my life around, and I make videos about helping men just get their lives more aligned with a way that is going to boost your testosterone so that you can feel good. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the list here. So the first thing, and I got my kind of slides here that I'm going to look at just to keep myself organized and make sure I don't go off on a ton of tangents. But the first tip is to wake up immediately in the morning. So the reason this is a helpful tip is because a lot of us hit the snooze button, and entering back into this restful state when you're snoozing, I mean, you're really not entering a deep, restful state of sleep. So waking up immediately in the morning and just starting your day, when you do this for several days in a row and eventually it just kind of becomes the normal, this is going to sort of teach your body that when it's time to wake up and be awake, it's time to wake up and be awake. And when it's time to go to bed, it's time to fall asleep and go to bed. Because the thing about when you hit the snooze button in the morning and you kind of go back into that restful state, but it's not really like deep sleep, like recovery sleep. What do they call it? REM. You're kind of training your body to doze off a little bit, but not actually enter back into a restful state of sleep. And so that is actually going to have a negative impact on when you go to bed at night. You'll probably just lie there more, and you won't fall asleep as quickly. This is actually a really helpful tip to improve how quickly you fall asleep. If you wake up in the morning, just wake up, start your day. And it kind of leads me nicely into my second tip. When you wake up, start your day immediately, hop in the cold shower. So cold showers are great for increasing testosterone naturally for several reasons. First and foremost being that testosterone production takes place a lot more efficiently at lower temperatures. That's why your balls hang in a sack outside of your body, because it wants to keep them cool so that all the wonderful things can happen in your ball sack at lower temperatures. So hopping in a cold shower when you first wake up in the morning, first off, well, not first off, but another thing this is really helpful for is it wakes you up immediately. I don't know if you've ever woken up and you felt groggy and, you go brush your teeth or whatever, you kind of start your day, and even like 30 minutes to an hour into your day, you're still not fully awake. Taking a cold shower when you wake up first thing in the morning is a surefire cure to that. I mean, that cold shower, it's going to wake you up for sure. And you have this jolt of energy. It does improve dopamine levels as well. And you'll definitely feel that when you start doing it. So, if cold showers, taking these first thing in the morning, if this doesn't do anything else for you, then it's at least going to make doing difficult things easier. So if you start your day doing something that sucks, like taking a cold shower, because every day taking a cold shower sucks. I mean, there's some degree of adaptation. The more you do it, you kind of get into the groove of it, but it's uncomfortable every single day. So when you start your day doing something that sucks, it's kind of like why military personnel are required to make their bed in the morning. You start your day off by accomplishing something, and that makes the rest of your day, it essentially sets it up for success, because if you already did something that sucks, then, when you go to work and you accomplish tasks for your project, maybe those tasks suck. It's going to make doing difficult things a little bit easier because you've already done something that day, and you're kickstarting your day with that. So anyway, that doesn't have as much to do with like physiologically what's going on, but taking a cold shower first thing in the morning certainly does kind of ramp up that testosterone production throughout the day, which is a good thing. So that's number 2, take cold showers. Number 3 is to get some kind of sunlight exposure in the morning. Now, if you're like me and you wake up at, 6 o'clock, 6:30, sometime between then, it's still dark out. So it's not always possible to do this immediately when you wake up, but whenever the sun comes up, try to just get outside and get some sunlight exposure. This is especially helpful for your eyes because, there's a lot of talk about using blue light blocking glasses to block blue light from hitting your eyes when you go to bed at night. It's kind of the opposite during the day. You want the natural sunlight to make contact with your eyes or go into your eyes and stuff. Obviously, don't look at the sun, but like being outside and sunlight coming into your eyes, that's a good thing because it signals to your body it's the daytime, it's time to be awake, it's time to be energetic, and that is also going to help improve your circadian rhythm, which will naturally essentially align testosterone production with that circadian rhythm, because that's kind of how hormones work. Testosterone production, you may or may not have heard before that testosterone production ramps up at night when you're sleeping, and that is true because hormones operate on a circadian rhythm. When you're hungry, either in the morning or around lunchtime or dinner time, it's like a pattern that repeats itself throughout the day. You start getting hungry around lunchtime, you start getting hungry around dinner time, because your hormones operate on a rhythm. Same with, you get tired before you go to bed and you're a little bit drowsy when you wake up in the morning, or maybe you're energetic later on in the morning. All of that has to do with hormones. That's kind of my overall point in saying all that. Your hormones operate off of a circadian rhythm, so that's why getting this sunlight exposure is so useful, because you're telling your body that during the day it's time to be awake, and then later on in the night your body is saying, okay, we're no longer being exposed to sunlight and blue light. That means it's time to relax and shut down and enter into a restful state of sleep. So that's number 3. Number 4, eat a testosterone-boosting breakfast. Now, if you're like me and you're not huge on breakfast, I'm a fan of intermittent fasting, and I like just kind of sipping on black coffee during the morning. And that's all fine and dandy, but if you are a breakfast eater, then start your day off with a testosterone-boosting breakfast, eating something like some high-quality eggs, some butter, incorporating some kind of butter into your eggs. Maybe, I don't really like cooking eggs with coconut oil, but coconut oil is another good fatty acid to use. You might even want to try doing something like this, where whenever I eat calories first thing in the morning, I don't really eat a meal. I don't consume breakfast, but I'll put something in my coffee. I know a lot of people are into bulletproof coffee, where you put butter in your coffee and maybe some salt. I personally just don't really like the taste of it, but I do think that there are definitely some good benefits to doing that, because butter is a testosterone boosting fat that's definitely a good option. If you just want something that's quick, easy, and convenient. So there's that route to go. You can always get some kind of unflavored collagen powder if you want to get some protein in your breakfast, which I always recommend. I always think it's a good thing to eat some protein whenever you do eat. So, just drinking black coffee, or just drinking coffee with butter in it, that's like mostly fat. I would encourage you to try to get some kind of collagen, so that you can incorporate some protein into your drink. But otherwise, besides that, eating some eggs, some scrambled eggs or something, that's a good option. Getting some potatoes. Potatoes are a high quality carb. There's tons of nutrients in potatoes. You might not always have time to, bake up some potatoes in the morning, but it's a good option if you do have time. Any kind of meat. Steak is always a good option, and, good old steak and eggs for breakfast. It doesn't get much more macho manly than that, but something along those lines. I've made a lot of videos about foods that are they're testosterone boosting foods. I have a whole playlist of best carbs, best proteins, best fats to increase testosterone and incorporate into your diet in general. But, if you're a breakfast eater, this is something that you do in the morning, and I would recommend going this route with it. So eat a testosterone boosting breakfast. That's always a good thing to do, because it's something you do in the morning, and you do it every day. Number 5, mindful breathing. So whatever you want to call this, meditation, or if you're religious and you're into prayer, this is a good option, a good time to just start the day, praying to God, being grateful for what you have and asking Him to bless you and whatnot, or just mindful meditation, focus on your breathing, but something that you're kind of being mindful of where you're at in the moment, to just step outside of all the anxiousness, the anxiety, and the stress of life, and you're just being in the moment for a few minutes, maybe 5 to 15 minutes, something like that, and just focus on your breathing. If the weather permits, this is kind of a good time to kill two birds with one stone and get your sunlight exposure and also meditate. That's a good option to do. So just, get outside and maybe sort of face the sun and close your eyes and just focus on breathing and kind of just be there in that moment. Focus on relaxing your body and relaxing your muscles. And one thing that I like to do when I do this, if I don't decide to actually pray, I'll just count 7 seconds breathing in and 7 seconds breathing out, and just focus on doing that. Set a timer for anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, I think is effective. You can always work your way up doing this. Start at 5 minutes if that's all you have time to do. But, you can sort of increase it every week. 1 week do 5, 1 week do 6, 1 week do 7. You can progress with it if you want, or you can just jump right into doing a set amount of time. But this is a good way to kind of just set the stage for your day. I mean, you've already taken a cold shower, so you've done something difficult, so you've set yourself up for a successful day, but kind of taking some time to just relax and breathe and bring your stress levels down a little bit. This is a good thing to do. It's going to increase your capacity to handle stress and do difficult things. There is kind of something to say about, you live life in the present moment. You don't live life in the past. You don't live life in the future. And that's kind of where a lot of stress and anxiety stems from, is thinking about the past or thinking about the future or connecting those two things, when in reality, we experience life in the present. So focusing on the present moment, focusing on the task at hand, it's very stress relieving, because that's where you experience life. And if you just focus on that, and you're always conscious of that, and you practice being conscious of that, again, daily morning habits. This is something that you want to do every day. It doesn't need to suck up a whole hour of your morning. You can do all of these things within a 20-30 minute time window. But anyway, that's kind of mostly all I have to say about, mindful breathing, meditation, prayer, whatever it is. Practice doing this. Make time for it. Make a few minutes for it first thing in the morning. And you start doing these 5 things every single day, and you're going to be blown away by what all you achieve in a matter of a few weeks. So start implementing these into your morning routine when you wake up in the morning, and you will be boosting your testosterone levels in no time. If you like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And again, if you're new here and you've made it this far, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of content about natural ways that you can boost testosterone. I also just launched a course on Udemy. It's called the Testosterone Accelerator Program. There's a lot more content in there if you're looking for a more structured program to follow. Go ahead and enroll in that, and if you enroll in that, I'll message you and we can connect one-on-one and we can chat a little bit more. But there's so much good structured content in there if you're looking for ways to dial in your lifestyle, your fitness, and your nutrition in a way that all align with you increasing your testosterone levels. Because here's the thing about testosterone. Testosterone is the key male hormone, and having a lot of it is very beneficial for your overall health, for your energy, for your masculine drive and your ambition. It is essentially like the cheat code these days, because men typically don't have high testosterone levels, at least not like they used to. So if you become a man with high testosterone levels, then you are going to just have a natural advantage in life over most men. Because, I mean, your average man out there struggles with eating well, struggles with exercising, struggles with purpose in life or ambition and drive, working hard. One of the key benefits of having high testosterone levels is that it makes hard work feel good. It makes doing and accomplishing things feel good. And I mean, just think about how much of a leg up you will have on other men that you compete with if work feels good to you. Like, most people associate work with, like, oh, this is miserable, oh, you know, the old 9 to 5 grind or whatever. If you wake up every day and you're excited to get things done, to grind, to work, because it feels good to you, you have such an advantage over so many people. Like, imagine how much easier it'll be to get a higher paying job or get a raise or, you know, whatever it is in life. Like, go talk to a girl or form better relationships with people or, you know, make more friends. Whatever it is your goal in life is. When you do hard things and it feels good because you have high testosterone levels, you have such an advantage in life. So anyway, that's kind of my long-winded way of saying I do have a program available. So if you're interested, go ahead and head to, I'll put the link below in the pinned comment, and you can just click on over there and buy it if you'd like. So anyway, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you sticking around. Let me know what you thought about the video down in the comments below. I always love connecting with you guys and hearing what you have to say. And it kind of gives me an idea of what kind of content to make in the future so that I can continue to bring you guys value through these videos. So don't be a stranger. Leave a comment below, and I'd be happy to connect with you or answer any questions that you have. But anyway, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.